different sports in it already.
Mm-hmm.
The
Well,
leader,
we're the 20th sport.
you are the
So,
20th sport. Okay.
yeah, so it's growing. Football's growing in general in Pittsburgh, but Point Park, it's new territory. So we're excited about it. Um, we're excited about the sports program there because it's coming along.
And
Obviously, theater, dance, but now it's now nothing for
what about
sports.
like women's flag it specifically? How is that sport growing? You're telling me like how it's always been like prominent, with the guys, but now it's
Yeah,
just taken off so fast.
it's been January was the voting for NCAA Division One, Two, and Three. So now it's coming. And then of course with the Olympics 2028. So a lot of building a feeder program for the Olympics for
Hmm.
colleges right now.
Yeah.
But for Point Park itself, I mean, taking that risk and going through to bring football in. I mean, they could have brought a guys program in,
Right.
but
Yeah.
to bring a women's program in says a lot. And so to be the face of the schools as a football program.
Yeah.
How was that initial pop? Did you have people like coming in right away, or is it kind of
No, so I'm
like,
in recruiting right now. I've been doing a lot of recruiting, but initially when I first went in there, it's a Division two program. They have tons of athletes. So my first goal was to go in there and see what the athletes look like,
hmm.
right? To bring in whether it's basketball, soccer,
Okay.
whatever. And I found some dogs, so I'm excited about that to build a foundation.
Yeah.
And also to be leaders a little bit because when you're recruiting a freshman class, that could be kind of
Yeah.
you never know what you're going to get. But so I got a little bit of a base. I got some talented athletes and start developing them, and then continue hitting the recruiting journey and getting some freshmen in here that can make an impact.
That's cool.
And how is the first off, how does it feel being appointed the first head coach for the Point Park?
Yeah, it's honestly, I'm a I take it all in. I'm a person that's like I don't say much, but it's been truly it's humbling to be the first. A lot of big things on my shoulders, I feel like it's like, but I want to make an impact. I've
Hmm.
always done that since I was young and being in this sport alone. I felt like obviously now the generation's coming in and they're reaping those benefits,
Right.
but I was always in this path alone and so carried that weight, but now I get to make an impact in the
Hmm.
city of Pittsburgh is I'm ready for it. So I'm excited about it, but it's truly humbling. I'm honored, but ready to go. So
And how do you feel that your experience being winning championships with the Pittsburgh Passion or playing for Team USA, those kind of things? How do you feel that those experiences are able to help you lay your foundation for
yeah,
what you want to have going forward?
it's interesting because when I played professionally with the Passion, obviously that's where I started at. And able to understand the game really truly on the tackle side. When I went to Team USA and was selected the top 12 for flag and 53 for tackle, I did both sides. I was able to then take that knowledge and then put it in perspective with like athletes around me. Like that was like the first time I was like, whoa. And when I was there, we always said, you're building a path for the future. That was like the motto. We're
Hmm.
pioneers. One day somebody will. So to be able to now lay that foundation on as an athlete, and to gain all that experience, and then now bring it to the generation now is incredible. I mean, we're pioneers,
Hmm.
and now we get to see it coming to play. So I'm excited, and that's what I'm trying to do with my recruiting. The girls coming in is to allow them that knowledge to understand the game first, because that's like truly what it's all about. If you get them to understand the game, then you can get them to perform at a high level.
Right.
So,
That was a question I had. It's like when you bring the girls in, how much knowledge of the sport of football do they have? Is it they're obviously athletes coming in, but do you have to teach them the game of football, or do they come in knowing the game and you're teaching them more of like this is
yeah,
flag?
they come in all types of ways. Some people have more, some people have less, but my goal is to come in when they all come in to help them understand the whys. I think with female athletes, sometimes where they're told to do it, they don't really have a feeder from the very beginning where they understand the progression of it. So I bring them in and explain to them the whys.
Hmm.
Why? You know, why do you want the leverage? Why do you want, why do we run routes this way? Why are they crisp? Why do we actually do these things? Because of the impact that it creates. And then even from a quarterback perspective, what are you looking for? Why are
Hmm.
you looking at that DN? Why are you looking, like, how's that corner? Is she in the flats? So to begin to understand, and that way, when we get into those high pressure moments, we're ready to make an impact. They already understand the whys.
Right.
We're
Hmm.
not trying to coach them through that. So
Right.
my job coming in is really to just like focus on helping them understand the game, the whys, and developing in that aspect, and obviously grabbing some athletes on the way,
Hmm.
and then letting them do the rest on the field.
Seems like an effective way to mold athletes into what you want out of them
Mm-hmm.
too, into
Yes.
the system that you have. Yeah.
Yeah. We're starting with obviously the in-house girls, and we start our development work, but we went back to the basic, and they're athletes, but we started off with the very basic. How do you stand at the line of scrimmage? Like,
Right.
how do you,
Yeah.
because, everybody comes in, they don't know, and building confidence. How do you stand there with confidence? Because,
Right.
swag and confidence is such a big part in women's sport, especially football,
Yeah.
right? So we start with just that, and that's like the foundation, and being confident, and building those qualities.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And speaking to your recruiting
Hmm.
process, I know women's flag football is getting heavy in high schools around the country, and especially in Pittsburgh. For places like the Ohio Valley,
Hmm.
like down here, I don't believe that they have any
Hmm.
of those kind of programs, and I know that there's a lot of dogs down here that would have in yesteryear would love to have
Hmm.
taken advantage of this, and moving forward, is there like a walk-on process that you guys go through?
So there's no walk-in process, but what I'm doing this year for some of those athletes, because schools aren't up yet in certain areas. I think I came out here recruiting Ken had
Hmm.
a program, and they're only a year in.
Right.
So what I want to do is create. We're going to start this year in open camps, so you can come out and offers on the spot.
Right.
You get an opportunity to get in front of college coaches and get seen, and get on a team. Um, in addition is, I know, like, sometimes they'll send me other things like, hey, I play other sports, this is what I can do, and maybe bring them in and do like a official visit where we're like looking at you from an athlete. I'll take you to the field, look at your footwork, some things like that. So there's opportunities there. But I would say is camps and clinics a great source, because you can get in front of a coach right now. We're going to put you in situations, put you in some gameplay at the end. We'll be able to see your ability, see what you can do, and see if we can work with what you have. So I would say if you don't have that program, definitely get camps. Every college right now is going to run one. We're
Right.
doing ours in the
Hmm.
spring for prospects in 9th through 12th, but then we'll go back and do some elementary work, some youth, in the summertime, to really kind of gain knowledge with the younger group too,
Yeah. And get them coming up.
and get them coming
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
And it's awesome too, like going back to speaking about you laying your foundation
Mhm.
from the beginning, from the basics,
Mhm.
because now when these females are seniors, juniors, and seniors, it makes your job easier because now they can bring along the new
Yeah,
blood.
it
Hmm.
makes it easier, and the beauty of this sport, it just keeps growing. And currently, right now, I'm also working with USA Football on the selection. So I'm selecting the top 12, for the 2006 roster, and so I'm in that recruiting process. And but we need pipelines.
Right.
So college athletics is a pipeline to get you to where you need to be at a very high level, and so it's just continuously growing, but I'm excited to be a part of the sport. I've always loved it.
Hmm.
Um, so to continuously give back in whatever way possible is like truly passionate to me.
And another hat that you wear that I don't know if you want to put it on this episode.
No.
You're also a CEO, correct?
Yes, yes.
There we go.
You speak about that.
Yeah, no. I love the younger ones, and so I in developing them, and so I started Her Elite, which is a flag program in Pittsburgh. It's one of the fastest growing programs in developing the youth. I'm super excited about the youth because it helps me stay fresh, sharp. Yeah. Have you
Yeah.
ever worked with a youth,
Yeah.
a younger one? It tests your knowledge, how to explain things, how to, like, sometimes you question yourself.
Right.
But it's giving me those tools.
Hmm.
but it also keeps me hands on in helping develop. Um, right now we have girls from all areas of of PA, Western PA, and they all come different skills. And so it's helping them understand football terminology, helping them develop.
Hmm.
I mean, I think some practices we work on just their abilities to create space after or create yards after a catch.
Right.
Like that's like huge in development, and we spend a lot of time just on that. And they come in, and we're just like we're putting them in small spaces. We're teaching them how to dip. We're teaching them how to squeeze. We're teaching them how to get through. And sometimes those are super important to their development. So I like that age group. I'm super
Hmm.
excited about her lead. Now as we're progressing, obviously I'm in college athletics, so I can't work with the high school group, but my plan is to still stay with the babies. I want to stay engaged. I'm going down to the youngest group and just staying sharp on my skills,
Yeah.
knowledgeable, and still giving back.
Right.
So when you're looking at recruits coming into at the college level, like what are you looking for? Like what would you say if somebody was like listening to this and like they had that vision, like what would be the thing like they need to work on or
Yeah. My biggest thing that I look for is everybody can catch right now. So obviously hands,
hmm
but I think that we're kind of seeing that a lot of girls now are athletes. They can catch. The one thing that I look at is I always look at weak side. What do you do whenever the ball's not coming to you? That's super important to me.
mm,
Um, because I feel like everything's a setup, right?
yeah,
And I always say do it the same way every
right,
time. Some people are just relaxed over there, they're comfortable, they don't do much, but I like to see the dogs, the ones who are like trying to run routes. I
yeah,
like energy. Energy is a big thing too.
hmm
Like I want somebody that's going to bring it every time.
yeah,
So I look to see if they are emotionally engaged in the sport. Like
Right.
that's big because that's hard to teach.
yeah,
Like you can't teach someone to get fired up.
Right.
So I want to see if you fire other people up. Like I want to be like, yo, like I want to see what you're bringing.
yeah,
And I want to see how it impacts the other team. And then my biggest thing is being able to create after you catch.
okay,
I want to be a team that's separating ourselves. I don't want to just be catching routes to catch routes. I want to
yeah.
be able to create something after it. So
Which is a whole different game
it's a whole
compared to like tackle football because the moves, the dips, and
yes,
the way you have
yeah,
to move
yeah.
your body so much different.
So I want to see, and if you have those abilities, so a little bit of those things, what you do when you're not getting the ball, what you do in terms of motivating energy,
Hmm.
and then what you can do after yards, after you
Right.
catch the ball.
Yeah. Yeah. How do you act when you know you're not getting the ball
Well,
when
it's
you are?
important because a lot of times, like I always say, there's some players that are great players, but they're great players because they demand a lot of defense. They demand attention.
Hmm.
So you can get a player that is great, and now you bring their best defender over. So now we all can eat on the other side.
Right.
So I like to see like what you do in those moments. Are you
Yeah.
able to, run routes crisp? Do you stay engaged? Are you, so are you motivated to take that safety out the way?
Yeah.
That's what I
Yeah.
want to
Yeah.
see. So
Right.
I think it's an important part. It's something that the girls are learning. The guys kind of know that. The guys understand the strategy in terms of play, but the girls are learning it, and I like to see it when I'm recruiting, who will take those leads and roles.
Hmm.
Right.
It just seems like such an effective system because you're bringing in people and you're teaching them like what do you do in this situation, and it's not like, compared to a male athlete who's played his whole life, has played Madden, they're the star. Or sometimes you might get some people that they know they're not getting the ball that play, so you're not getting that emotion that you want
Yeah.
every single time.
Yeah, girls don't know. I mean, they're just learning.
Hmm.
And that holds because the guys had a pipeline from the very beginning.
Right.
Yes, it might have been coached different ways, but they understand the concept. They understand the chess matchup.
Yeah. Yeah.
The girls are coming in from an athletic standpoint, and they have it, but the chess match part is not there.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
how to leverage, how to replace that rusher. Like most girls don't even know that. Like, why are you going out there?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
the timing of things, like, and what to do, the rub routes, things like that. They just don't know.
Yeah.
Like, so a part of it is like teaching them to understand the game, the whys.
Yeah.
But it's coming.
I'll tell you what, that co-ed tournament you took me to,
Yeah.
I'll tell you what,
Really,
like
so,
when,
yeah.
when if you don't make a catch and you have a lady on your team saying you better not do that again, you can't miss the next
Yeah.
catch. I mean, it was a really cool experience.
Intense.
And
That was
Sharon's a dog too. Like she's sitting here talking to you as a coach perspective, but she's really a dog. Like, and she makes the game easy. Like you're really your own offensive coordinator when you're in the huddle and
yeah,
as a quarterback out there. And I can give three guys a route, and she'll just run out because she already knows. Like she understands. All right, he gave him that route,
yeah,
so
yeah,
based off of that route,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna run this because it's going to either clear it out or break
Mm-hmm.
or make him open. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, that's the game. That's what
Hmm.
we're trying to teach. I wish you would have known me when I was younger, though, because right now I call them old wheels. But
Yeah.
when I was younger, that's all I used to do. I stay on the field
Yeah,
all day. Just wanted to play,
Mhm.
like any way I can learn. But with the guys, that's how I got better, honestly.
yeah.
So yeah, and that's what we're trying to teach. That same thing, understanding the game, so that way it makes it easier for the quarterback.
Right.
When you're doing flag, like college and professional, is it the pauper flags or is it the
Popper.
pauper? Okay,
Mhm.
okay, that's the one I've always played with.
And mentally, like tackle football is tackle football.
Mhm.
It stands alone. I mean, it's nothing really compares to it.
Mhm.
But mentally, do you feel like the flag game gives you more stimulation than when you play tackle?
Um, no, and the reason, well, tackle is special. There's so many mentally. It tests you on the physical level, which
Mhm.
is totally different. It's a different
Hmm.
avenue. I came in tackle as a defender, so I love defense. That's what so I mean. That's what I do, defense.
Yeah,
But I came in as a corner, a weak side corner, or corner, coverage corner, and then I did field coverage, and I went to like a monster inside linebacker. But the physical part of the game was mentally tough sometimes, like
Yeah.
um, so that's like where in flag it takes that part out, and so there's no, if you're not scared, you don't got fear. Like I'm about that life, so I'm like whatever.
right.
If you take that mental part, I feel like flag is just a finesse game. It's super easy if
Yeah.
you're confident.
Hmm.
So I feel like girls have it easier in flag because if you have confidence in yourself and you have a little bit of finesse and you're able to you're an athlete, there's no worry. Now, of course, if you're a corner and you get scored on, now that's a mental part. We teach
Right,
that
right.
as like, last play, remember, and things like that. But tackle, you get smacked, you remember that smack.
Yeah,
Like you can say next play, but when you're popping out again that
Yeah.
there might be somebody that's going to smack you again.
You gotta have that dog in
You got to have
yeah,
that dog. It's
yeah.
just a different feeling. So I would say tackle kind of challenges a little bit differently from a mental standpoint. I feel like the girls have a little easier in flag because that takes that part out. Because if I come out there now hit pulling guard on you, now you think twice.
Right,
you.
yeah, exactly.
Tough
but-
on that gap.
Mhm.
yeah. So for sure, I would say tackle.
I mean,
Actually.
even when somebody with the ball's coming into a defender, it's such a finesse game with flag. Whereas like tackle, you can bite down on your mouthpiece, and like if I'm defending you, you might just be able to bite down, just run through, no
Yes,
matter
run
what
through
kind of
you.
move, you
Well,
know.
you're taught to run through it. I mean, even think about from a quarterback standpoint. In flag, quarterbacks are chill in flag because they're gonna grab your flag. There's no.
Yeah, yeah,
But if I bring somebody out to hit you now,
yeah,
it changes.
Yeah.
Now you're rushing is great. Like you're throwing it quick.
yeah.
Happy feet.
Scramble,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. In flag, you're still able to be chill in that backspace.
Yeah.
Or in tackle,
Hmm.
someone's coming to hit your head off.
Right.
It's a little
Yeah.
different. So
So we have one more time to make a prediction before the big game.
oh no.
You want to do it? Because I'll run home and make a clip out of this.
What'd you say, so?
I like Seattle.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a tight game. I mean, both teams have had 2 weeks to prepare for each other.
Yeah.
I like Seattle. Maybe a 6-point game. Yeah.
I'm gonna say Patriots. One reason why everybody's saying, Patriots schedule was not as tough.
Hmm.
But I feel like they have a statement to make.
Yeah.
Like that's like the whole joke for them. I guess people saying, "Oh, well, they got this far, but who they play.
Mm.
So I'm wondering. I don't know. I think they're coming out. I don't know. I say at least 10.
10?
Mm-hmm.
10 the Patriots way?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You guys you doing a pregame at all? You doing a big thing, or you watching at home
No,
alone? That's
I'm
yeah.
just chilling. Yeah.
Steelers aren't in it, so I'm just at home.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you that because
No.
I know Freddie's a Miami fan.
He's a Miami fan. I'm a Steelers fan.
Okay. I didn't know if he was forcing you in the
No,
house.
no. We love football, so we go at it. I mean, when we had Miami, we went to the Miami game,
Yeah.
and I gave it to him, boy. Ooh, it was an opportunity to. We went down to the stadium, and it was cold. I don't do really cold weather, so. But he was miserable, and so he was cold one, and nothing went well for him. So took that opportunity to dig in.
You got at least another year around the house now.
Yeah. It is what it is. I'm like, I'm on top, so I'm riding with it. But yeah, for this game, we're in the house, but we're just football fans. So
Yeah.
So when's the season start up for you? When does that start going?
So season starts 27 spring.
Okay, 27
Yeah.
spring. Okay.
Yeah. So
Getting
get all
close.
these recruits in, get them going.
Yeah.
So
Is there any way that we can maybe like pass out some flyers for the local high schools around here? Is
Yeah.
that possible?
absolutely.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
I'll get you some material, especially for this upcoming clinic,
Okay.
because it's going to be an opportunity for them. And I'm filling up their roster. That's why I'm doing it so soon, because I want girls to have an opportunity to come. Because that's the thing, Western PA also is not that far in front of them. I mean,
Right.
and when I go to recruit like Nevada and Florida, it's so they've been doing it forever.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So to allow these girls here the opportunity, I think it's super important with the clinics. But I also will be out at school. So if there is a school that is in the area, I'd love to come. Let me know.
Yeah.
I'm definitely there. It's not a far ride for me. But I will try to do as many clinics as I can to get them an opportunity to come out. But I'll give you that first one here in the spring for sure.
Appreciate that.
Be cool to get something like a clinic or hosted some at the Highlands, but I know that they're just they're so booked up. I remember last time I talked to somebody, like we're like 3 years out, like right now on their stuff.
Yeah, or even if you find out there is something happening here, I'll come down too as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Recruit down here. They don't even have to come out of their town. I'll definitely come out.
Because I think the only thing I could think of female football growing up with, I think it was Powder Puff.
Yeah, they did like
Yeah.
a Powder Puff game.
But it was only like for
Yeah.
2 years, maybe they tried it out. That was only in Ferry, at least. I don't know about the rest of them. Yeah. Well, Sharon, thank you for coming in. This is a great
Yes, thank you
episode.
for having me.
Is there any last thing you want to say to your recruits, your girls right now, or anybody at Point Place?
Yeah, no. Listen, I'm coming. I'm looking for you. So you can also reach out. We have, if you go to Point Park athletic sites, you'll see that there's called a Become a Pioneer. If you're interested, there's a way to upload your film to become a pioneer. You hit flag football. It'll go directly to me. I'll be able to look at your recruiting information, your school, all your information, your contact, and then I'll follow you on social media. I love social media, so stay engaged. So I'm excited.
Awesome.
Sharon, so thank you for coming in the studio. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. How many times did I say Point Place?
A lot.
Oh, I'll edit it.
I thought
I'll
you
edit it.
did you mean to say Point Park?
I didn't want to correct you.